Hello learners, welcome to our series on solved previous year questions. We are discussing science and technology and the theme is space technology. We'll be covering 2022 and further year questions. We have already covered from 2015 to 2021. Please see the previous year, previous videos to see those discussions, right? So the question is, if a major solar storm, that is a solar flare, reaches the earth, which of the following are the possible effects on the earth? GPS and navigation systems could fail, tsunami could occur at equatorial regions, power grids could be damaged, intense auroras could occur over much of the earth, forest fires could take place over much of the planet, orbits of the satellites could be disturbed, short wave radio communication of the aircraft flying over polar regions could be interrupted. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Right. So let us first discuss the concept. Right. What is a solar flare? See, it happens when magnetic energy builds up in the solar atmosphere. Right. And it is released suddenly. Right. These are large explosions from the surface of the sun. Right, and it emits intense energy bursts of electromagnetic radiation, and these are light and electrons, something like this, right? They are visible very clearly. Now these outbursts are linked to the solar cycle. It is an 11-year cycle by which the poles of sun magnetosphere changes, right? And it is driven by sun's magnetic field. Now, according to NASA, harmful radiation from a flare cannot pass through the Earth's atmosphere to physically affect the humans on the ground. So we are safe till the atmosphere is there, right? So the solar flares, even the intense ones, do not pose an immediate threat to us, at least those who are within the Earth's atmosphere. That means if somebody is in space at that time, then they are most probably vulnerable, and their skin and cells can be damaged by the radiation coming from the solar flare. But under the atmosphere, on the Earth's surface, people are quite safe, according to NASA. Right? Now, a solar storm or a solar flare is burst of radiation from sun. Now, if it reaches Earth, it can have significant effect like GPS and navigation system could fail. Yes, it is correct. Because ionosphere by which the GPS signal travels, that would be disturbed, and that would disturb the GPS signal. Tsunamis could occur at equatorial regions. Now, this concept can be derived from geography also, because generally in geography you will read about tsunami in the earthquake topic. Now, there you would read that due to the earthquake in the sea, tsunamis are created. So obviously you can eliminate this one. So it is incorrect. Power grids could be damaged. Yes, because the electromagnetic radiation coming from the solar storm from the sun can create strong currents in the power lines, which can overload the transformers and cause blackouts. Next, intense auroras could occur over much of the earth. Yes, this is correct. Auroras are what? I hope you know this. These are green colored lights that are seen over North Pole, right, and other areas. Explanation is yes, this is correct. The solar storm increase the flow of charged particles, and these charged particles interact with the Earth's magnetic field, and then more auroras are produced. Next, forest fires could take place over much of the planet. Not correct, because although some studies do suggest that it might happen, but there is no direct link. So you need to focus on the direct link. If it is directly affecting, it is not. Next is orbit of the satellites could be disturbed. Yes, this is disturbed because the amount of charged particle is increased in the atmosphere, because of which the satellite faces a drag in the atmosphere, right? So the density of the atmosphere increases, hence the satellite feels a drag. Next, shortwave radio communication could be interrupted. Yes, it is correct, because the ionosphere is particularly affected at polar regions during solar storms, which disrupts the shortwave radio communication. Right? So there are many terms which you need to know, although I have highlighted the flare because that was ours. Corona is a term which you need to know, right? Then what else? Photosphere, it is important. And then there is a term called sunspot. So these will come under connecting the dots. Please read them. So the answer is C, 1, 3, 4, 6 and 7. 1, 3, 4, 6 and 7. I think you can eliminate 2, 2, 2, 2 and it's gone. So answer could be arrived by a confident elimination of this option, of the second option. Oh, sorry, statement. Yes, I hope this is clear. Connecting the dots, again, PYQs, like I've mentioned, why am I doing this exercise of value addition with you? Because this is the way I used to prepare, right? When I was an aspirant, right? Almost 6 to 7 years ago. The point is, this purpose is of doing the exercises. You will realize that when you Google things which are in the options or in the question statement of UPSC PYQs, and then you come to know about something new, you should note it down. So solar flares were there in the PYQ because we cannot study everything, right? It's not humanly possible, because even if you study, you won't be able to revise, which is the most critical factor in the exam, to recall. Now, my students who would be watching this, they would understand why I focus on recall more than revise. That's a topic for another class. But the point is, PYQ will give you some help for sure, more help than reading random books, right? So solar storms, sunspot, coronal mass ejection, solar magnetic cycle, effect of solar storms on technology, auroras, Aditya L1, Lagrange points, solar flare versus CME, right? This is the, I have given you a link, earthsky.org is a solar flare, the same thing as a CME. Please do read that, right? And it was in current affairs because there was a solar flare that was posing a threat to specific regions of Asia.